Hanging out here at the Empire Super Sprints Banquet. We are out in Vernon, New York at Vernon Downs Resorts and Casino. Thunderstorm rolled here through just a little while ago. Love those November thunderstorms. Dalton Rombough is with us right now. He finished 10th in the point standings last year. Did not get a win. Had a shot at one maybe at the Coal Cup before a motor went. Actually had a couple of motor issues this year. 3 top 5s, 11 top 10s. He also won a race at Evans Mills in a small block. First time in the car.
Yeah.
First time actually in a small block super, if I remember correctly, right? Of course, he knows Evans Mills well. He actually won 4 races in a Legends car and may do some of that next year. But we're here to talk sprints tonight. How you been, man?
Pretty good. How are you?
Good. So how was the season?
Oh, the season wasn't too bad. We had some motor issues a couple times with each of my motors, and the one we didn't get fixed, so we had to get a total rebuild, and then the other one we ended up fixing ourselves and getting back out there.
Nice. Well, you told me one was a head gasket that could have been a lot worse, right? Was that Can-Am?
Yes. Yep. The first race at Can-Am happened sometime during the feature, and luckily it didn't burn the motor down.
Yeah, because most of the time you at least have to do bearings or something like that, don't you, if the motor heats up enough?
Yeah, depending. It didn't overheat. It didn't. So,
okay.
But it definitely started burning in the cylinder quite a bit. So
some guys tell me they can almost smell that.
Yeah, you can smell the coolant a
little
bit.
Yeah, because it's the head gasket.
Yeah.
It's the mixture of oil and fuel and coolant
Yep.
at that point. So I remember I had one go on a street car one time, and I was like, what's that smell? And I saw the temperature gauge start to move, and it's like, oh, no, shut it down. And that's basically the same thing you would do in your situation if you saw that happening.
Yep.
So did you know in the pits? Did you smell it then?
It didn't happen until we were on the track racing, and actually the tone of the motor changed.
It did, okay.
So I knew something wasn't right, but we were already halfway through the race, and it wasn't hot, and I had pressure, so I just finished the race.
Did it go even a little higher?
I don't really stare at it. I'm not quite sure.
Okay, all right.
The gauge is just only if it's over temperature. I know.
But that had to be nerve-wracking hearing that tone
of the
engine.
Well,
so
the car didn't have.
right?
Yeah, it didn't have as much power, but.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
So you knew that too.
Yeah.
Okay, and you took it right out at that point, sent it to the builder.
Yeah, we actually took it out and took it all apart ourselves.
Oh, you did?
My dad and his friend, and then I come over and work on it, and we got it back together after we ordered all the parts, and ended up running it the last 3 races of the year.
Okay. Yeah, because you had another motor in the car, and you told me you had a problem with that at the Coal Cup.
Yep.
And it was a more serious than just a head gasket.
Yeah. That one was a total rebuild. So.
What happened? Any idea?
Yeah, it spun a rod bearing.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, and it came up, hit the valves. So.
Oh, so it got the heads too.
Yep.
So it got everything. Even
yeah,
the block?
basically, and we
Even
ended
the
up.
block.
No, the block we had to re-sleeve and put a new crank in it.
So it almost got it.
Yeah, we biz quite a bit.
Okay, so that was an expensive deal. And you were, what were you, third, you told me, at that point?
Yeah.
Did you have a shot, or were you a third, maybe second place car at
Davey, by far, was,
Didn't have anything for him.
Nah, he had a good car.
Okay, all right. So overall, then,
yeah,
you ready for your first dirt sprint car win? Because I know you won twice on the asphalt at Evans Mills.
I'm trying.
I mean, is it going to happen? Are we close? Are we
there?
there?
I think this year we definitely, we got pretty good equipment now. By the time we get the motor back, it'll be all brand new. So I think we should be able to win a couple this year.
Okay. Same chassis, or did we
actually,
there?
I switched to Maxims last year, and I actually, I ran pretty good with it.
Yeah.
So we've been adjusting. So hopefully this year we can win a couple. Hopefully.
Okay. Where will that win be? Because most drivers have tracks that they tend to be better at. Where do you, if you had to guess, where? Based on past results, where should that win happen? I'm thinking Can-Am.
Yeah, Can-Am is definitely Brewerton. We had a really good car this year. We were passing 4th, and we got into it with a lap car and wrecked the car out.
I see.
So we had a good car that night too. So it's hard to say, but either Can-Am, Brewerton, or maybe Utica Rome we could win at this year.
As you evaluate yourself, where do you need to be better? Is it more knowing the adjustments to make, the lines you take, knowing when to pass and when to ride around? Where can you still improve, Dalton?
Definitely driving-wise a little bit.
How so?
I try to just do some asphalt stuff sometimes on the dirt, and sometimes I follow the corner out too wide. And
okay.
Hopefully we can have a little help next year and And
Is it inconsistency in your line, or are you looking around?
I
and maybe
try.
not trusting that maybe you are in the fast groove.
Yeah, I try stuff a lot, and sometimes I adjust too far in the car because we're trying to get too good, you know. So that definitely hurts us sometimes.
Yeah, a friend of mine said one time they ended up having a lot of time between the heat and the feature the way the night went. He goes, man, I wish they didn't, because I've thought about changing the setup 6 times. Is that you?
Yeah, sometimes. I usually just, you know, if I'm going to adjust and we're, you know, far off, I feel like we'll just adjust a lot farther than I would if we were, you know, second or third.
Well, some of the guys tell me now that the way the cars are and the shocks and things like that, that the days of taking a big swing at a change are almost over.
Yeah, I mean, you can go with the adjustable shocks now, though. If you know, a couple clicks is a long ways. You can really dial yourself out. And sometimes, you know, even when I started toward the front, I went too far, you know, so.
Some of the guys told me that the tire change was a little bit different, too, because now you had a little bit harder tire
Yeah.
under you at some of the, like the tracks a little bit more in the central New York area where you didn't normally run the hard tire before. Was that an adjustment, too?
Yeah, it didn't bother me. It didn't seem like it did like some of the other guys as much that had raced a long time. But we ran at Albany, Saratoga early in the year on the HCC with the different, and we were really good. The car was really good with that tire on the car, and it was less good with the hard tire. So I think we would have been better on the other tire, but we still got pretty decent by the end of the year.
But now you don't have to have 2 right rears.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And Albany, Saratoga is kind of one of those in-between tracks, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes softer's better, sometimes harder's better. Unlike, say, Brewerton or Fulton, where you do want that softer tire if you can get it, right?
Yeah, and I think it made the racing a little bit closer again because the tire's harder. So.
Yeah, and the last thing we want is like the old late model series years ago where anything's legal and the guy who has the most tires is going to win races.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the last thing we want this to come down
and
to,
they do
right?
last longer. You don't have to put we don't put new ones on every race. But some people do, but you know, it just depends what you can afford to do.
And you learn how to cut them and grind them just right and all that.
Yep.
So because you can cut too much and put the cuts too close. The next thing you know, you got a problem. But if you don't cut enough, you don't get enough heat in the tire. There's a lot to be said just for that part of the sport alone, isn't it?
Yeah,
preparing those tires.
Yeah, there's a lot of tire work. Chad, you know, does a lot of the tires for me while I do everything else. So it's quite a bit of work.
Okay. How does the shop look now?
Pretty good. We're just waiting on getting the other motor back, and we're pretty well ahead for next year.
So the
already.
motor's already out getting serviced?
Yeah, it should be done here in another month.
1 chassis or 2?
I got a couple cars. Yep.
Okay. Is the goal to have 2 race ready, or have 1 race ready and 1 ready to slide a motor into?
Oh, the other one is actually ready to slide a motor into. I actually
Okay.
didn't run it this year at all. I just let it sit in the garage.
So are we going to have 2 motors then?
Yeah, I'll have 2 motors.
Okay.
For this year.
Okay. Port Royal, excited about that?
Yeah, I'm actually really excited about going
Ever been there?
We raced the 410 one time this year.
You did?
There. Yeah.
Okay. Might we do a double duty, or do we still have access to a 410?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if I will. We'll see. I don't know what the schedule's like, if they're running the 410s that day or
Yes,
what.
they are.
Oh, they are?
Yeah, you guys are the undercard to the 410s.
Oh, okay. I don't know. We'll have to see about
We'll
that.
have to see that, right? So, okay. Kind of a fun show, though.
Yeah.
410s and 360s. What more do you want in Pennsylvania, right?
Oh, yeah. I think it'll put a good show on, for
I
sure.
think it will, too. So, well, hey, good to see you again.
You too.
Good luck with everything next year. Please keep in touch. And again, I got a hold of Dalton after he won that asphalt race, because it was like, really?
Yeah.
He never drove one before, and he won the first time against guys who've been racing there all year. That had to feel good. So,
yeah, it did.
Congratulations again, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, make sure to subscribe, turn on those notifications. We got a lot of stuff done here from Vernon Downs, and we'll be at the part show this weekend. You'll be there?
I haven't decided
Oh,
yet.
okay. So look for us at the Exposition Center at the New York State Fairgrounds coming up this weekend. Have fun tonight, Dalton.
Thank you.